Welcome to Fashionable Trash Talk. I'm your host, Ashley Aaliyah, where we discuss all things fashion. Don't forget to subscribe. I know it's been a while, but welcome to a new episode of Fashionable Trash Talk with Ashley Aaliyah. Today, we are going to discuss Claressa Shields. I think that she is such a great person to do for this episode because there is so much controversy around her fashion and style. I feel like it's somewhat of a 50-50 split. People who are just not a fan of her style whatsoever, and then people who are loving the new style that she's adapting into. Well, looks that she has been given, I'll say that. And of course, I think we all know, like, the media, like her personality and stuff plays a huge factor in likability and the commentary that is provided around her. However, my personal opinion, I do think the fashion can use a lot of work. And even now with her current looks that she's been doing, although she looks 20 times better than what she used to look like, I still think that there is a lot of opportunity, because I think in the industry, especially with like a lot of these stylists, they do a lot of event styling, if you will, and they don't actually establish an everyday style with their clients like stylists used to. I think it's very easy to make anyone look good for a special event or like an interview on TV and things like that. But I think what is really going to change the tide for her is teaching her, showing her, and establishing an everyday style. And I think a perfect example of that would be like a Cardi B, where when she came into the industry, her style was very New York-esque and very Hispanic-esque. And we watch her style go from that to just like the next girl in fashion. And I would say it's both red carpets, events, her personal life, all of it is just to see how her style has transformed was just amazing to watch. We've seen it with Rihanna as well. Her go from a very Caribbean-esque type of style to her, again, just morphing into just this fashion powerhouse. And I'm not saying that Claressa Shields is going to morph into that, but what I am saying is that fashion comes naturally to some people, and then some people have to work a little harder and have to be taught. And I think that the focus should be teaching her about her style and what it should look like and how to do it every day and how to do it effortlessly versus just these quick special event looks that get her, some positivity in the media, but most of the flack would be, oh, she's trying to dress like Remy, oh, she's trying to look like this, oh, she's trying to look like an Instagram girl, X, Y, and Z. I think it's very important, especially with her being as decorated and influential as she is in her chosen career field, to really give her a nice, cohesive, consistent type of style all the way around. Okay, so let's get into the glam first. This is the direction that I would like Claressa Shields' makeup to go in. Very soft, very feminine, and not so Instagram-y. I want to be able to see her natural features still shine through the makeup looks. Like, I just want an enhanced version of what she already looks like. So for me, I would love to see more lashes that are more flattering to her eye shape, softer colors on her lids. If there's going to be a smoky eye, I want it to be a little bit more sexy and sultry. I would love to see more of like the brown lip liner with like more of the natural neuter type of tones, or like softer pinks on her lips. I would love to see action in like her cheekbone area. Those lifted and those enhanced with blushes, contours, highlights, of course. I would love to see her with just beautiful glowing skin. Maybe not so matte like I've seen, and it doesn't have to be entirely on the dewy side, but just, hydrated and just like a glow to it, if you will. And I would love to see just like blush played up more in her looks as well. But I don't think she is a bad looking girl at all. I do think she's beautiful. I just think that the glam could be more fitting as far as working with her features versus working against. And like I said, less Instagram focus. I feel like the girls do like the same makeup look on everybody. It's like two. You got either the overly done Instagram type of look, or if they call themselves going natural, it's the same type of what they call the clean girl, soft girl type of beat. And it's just like, it's really no variation from the two. So I would just love to see her glam go in a different direction than what everyone else is doing online. Okay, so now for her hair, I just want more current hairstyles, more versatility, less wiggy, if you will, and just like a little bit more fun, like layers and colors, and again, hairstyles that work and play up her features versus things that go against it. Excuse me. And I feel like currently she does like a lot more wigs or frontal type of things, and I would just love to see her branch outside of that, because I truly think like with the softer glam and hairstyles that are a little bit more romantic and soft would do wonders for her image, like my personal opinion. So I would love to see a hairstylist take her in this direction. Like there's a variation of ponytails, half ups, half downs, layers, bangs, bobs. Like it's so many different things that you could do with her. Highlights, more burgundy hair. It's so much that you can do with her, and I just feel like it's just not being done. Okay, so let's get into the fashion looks on how I would style her if she were my client. Now, when I discuss style boards to like the masses, I like to focus less on what the brand is for and more about why I selected the pieces that I selected. So that way the fashion conversation can be digestible to anyone, regardless of what level you are at within your fashion education. So this would be one of the press run looks that I would do for her. I selected this top because I felt like I've seen photos of her. White is a color that she actually looks nice in, but it's also very fashion forward while also being very professional and polished, but not overly professional, if that makes sense. And I just felt like it was so simple, but yet still fashion forward. I did the brown leather pants because I just felt like, again, another simple, sleek, but fashion forward type of piece. I feel like her style currently is way too performative and doesn't have a real direction. And so these press run looks that I created were more so to establish a personal style, like a foot through the door to be taken serious in the fashion conversation. If for nothing else, that, oh, okay, she looked really great during that interview. And, that can be a conversation. So the earrings, I felt like tied in perfectly with the blouse and the pant. I chose the open toe heels because I felt like with this type of look, I really wouldn't do a closed toe. I would do an open toe just because I feel like you got to kind of have highs and lows. And if the neck is going to be covered, up as high as it is. I feel like the outfit just needed some openness in certain areas, so I elected to do that with the feet and the arms. And I tied in this purse just because I felt like it needed a little bit of fun somewhere. And I always like to pop in little animal prints in places, or printed pieces anywhere where that I can when I'm doing solid colors like this in an outfit. But I thought this would be a really nice press run look. Again, if she's doing an interview, like how she was on like the Jennifer Hudson show, like this would be a look that I would love to see in those type of spaces. Very fashion forward, very professional. I think because she is a decorated athlete and a businesswoman, I think looks like this would shift the focus and have her conversation be more career based and career oriented, and less about the drama and all the other BS that be going on. Okay, for this next look, I focused on kind of pieces that I've seen her in, not necessarily pieces, but silhouettes that I've seen her in, and I incorporated that into this look. So if you've ever kind of paid attention to some of the pieces she selects, she tends to like her cleavage out, and she does a lot of backless pieces at certain times. And then her bottoms, like she'll do dresses or sometimes skirts that are a little bit more form-fitting at the bottom, but tend to have a little bit of length to them. And she loves open-toe shoes. So I felt like this plunging bodysuit would be perfect for her. I felt like the color was in season and it would look good on her for, again, like a press on for an interview. I do know that she is from Michigan, and what I've learned about Midwest people is that they are very label crazy. And it's not to say that different regions of the U.S. Aren't, but I am from like up north, East Coast, and I feel like we do a great job at spreading out our designer labels and kind of making cohesive looks, where I feel like the Midwest, I've seen it with Michigan and I've seen it like with Chicago. It's like they kind of want to wear all their statement designer pieces all at once. And it can be very overwhelming, and it kind of takes away from the fashion forward look that they were going for. So instead of picking more mainstream pieces from these designer brands, I did pieces that people probably wouldn't ordinarily pick up. So like, this is a Fendi skirt. So most of the girls, again, on social media wouldn't even look twice at this skirt because it doesn't have a bunch of the monogram Fendi F's all over it. And so I thought this was perfect to kind of feed that Midwest need for designer labels, but do it in a fashion forward way. So as you see, the Tom Ford Hills, which are very cute, by the way, the Prada bag and the Saint Laurent earrings. And these are all pieces, again, very known brands, but these are all pieces that the social media girls traditionally wouldn't gravitate to because they aren't super gaudy. But I felt like this is a nice fashionable look to wear for interview or any other circuits during a press run. I thought this would look really nice on her. And again, still professional, still fashion forward, a hint of sexiness to it, but still embodying that boss type of energy. For this next look, I also incorporated little nods I've seen in her personal style. This is a streetwear look. And I also took a few risks in this look for pieces that I haven't seen her in. And so I did the long sleeve top because, like I said, I see her often in very like revealing pieces, but she's also very tomboy-esque too. And so for me, it was about creating a look that had that type of balance. So I felt like the shirt paired perfectly with the pants. The pants are very high fashion, and I love that it's a color that you traditionally don't see people wearing all the time. For the glasses, the Cartier glasses are a nod at that Michigan-esque type of culture because they love a Cartier frame out there. The Chanel bag, again, another nod at the Michigan culture of the love of designer. And I felt like the gold heels brought the femininity back to the look, where it's like, it's a little bit more laid back and again nods at more of the tomboyish side of her. But I think the shoes, the handbag, and the glasses kind of bring the femininity back in the look and create the perfect balance for a nice streetwear look. I can't lie, this is my favorite look that I created for her. This is a streetwear look. And the reason why I love this look so much is that I love just kind of incorporating non-traditional pieces into a look for women. So the top, again, I noticed in her personal style that she gravitates towards pieces where she can show her cleavage and she can wear her back out. So I thought this would be the perfect top for her. Now the pants is where I had fun, and it was very hard to find. Okay, so I started with the boots. The boots are fire. And so that's what I built the outfit around, the shoes. And I knew I wanted to do a distressed pair of pants. And it was so hard to find a distressed pair of pants that were perfect in women's. So I went to men's, and when I say the options were endless, and I found these cool pair of leather slim fit pants because I wanted something that would be narrow enough at the bottom that can tuck inside the boot, because I feel like the detailing on the boot is just too fire to cover up. And I was like, well, menswear is perfect because, like I said, it's just, I don't know, like, I think they do like a way better job with menswear with fashion right now than they do with women. But like I said, the pants options were just endless. And I'm like, okay, these are fire and these are perfect. And again, also channeling the inner tomboy that she has. I paired the purse, again, the designer nod, feeding that Michigan part of her that loves the designer labels, which pairs perfectly with the blouse, and bringing it home with the femininity and fashion with the earrings. I thought this is a look that I personally would wear. If I had the back for it, I lost a couple pounds, this would be a look that I would wear. I feel like this look is so cute, so fire, and would be such a conversation starter online, and would really change the conversation with fashion around her and her brand. Okay, so for the red carpet looks, my main focus was to get out of that prom type of aesthetic that I often see her do when she does red carpets, and also to break free from some of the stereotypes that are around dark-skinned women when it comes to styling. I cannot take seeing any more purple or yellow on dark-skinned women when it comes to red carpets, excuse me. I feel like they never try to really branch out to do other colors because they are so committed. And I got another color, blues. They are so committed to this idea that dark-skinned black women just look so amazing in yellow and purple and blue. And it may be true to an extent, but that's not the only color that they can rock. So I was excited to branch out and to do other shades for these looks. And the gown is absolutely gorgeous. I was like, oh my gosh, she would look so good. And I think every woman should have an Oscar de la Renta moment for a red carpet. And it was really fun to accessorize this gown because I could have went rose gold direction. I could have did silver. I could have did more of a gold. I could have did black. But I thought it was really fun to do the brown. Again, to play up that skin tone against dress of this type of hue and shade. And so I was like, the classic simple Jimmy Choos. I didn't want to go too drastic with the shoe because the dress is the moment. So everything else, I just wanted to complement it. And so that's why I did the simple open toes. And then I found the clutch that went perfectly with the shoes. And then we have a neckline like this. I kind of, again, because the dress is the show, I didn't want to conflict with having like a necklace or something on a neckline. So I felt like the earrings were perfect. Something that dangles and it still holds space. A bracelet on the arm that's the same chocolate hue as the shoes and the clutch. And I just felt like this look was just such a vibe. I loved it. And for this last look, I think everyone should have a red moment. Red is my favorite color, and I feel like all women should have the moment. And I felt like this dress was absolutely gorgeous and would look amazing on her. I thought the neckline was everything. I thought the necklace paired perfectly. I feel like a look red should always be accompanied with diamonds. And so that was the motivation for the shoes, the clutch, the earrings, everything. I just wanted classic, very like diamonds are a girl's best friend type of vibe, and also just channeling like goddess Venus type of energy. You know, I felt like this, I don't know, I just love this look too. I felt like this color would just look so good on her. And so I was like, this would be a very, very nice red carpet look to curate for her. And just keeping it simple with the accessories, but very classic, if you will. Okay, so that is the end of my video, guys. This is how I would style Claressa Shields if she were my client. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did you like the looks? Would you take her in a different direction? Let me know what you guys think. Follow me on LTK to shop all of my style boards. Make sure you follow me on social media, Instagram and TikTok at Ashley2_Aaliyah. And you also can shop my account as well. To book me for styling services, you can visit my website, www.ashleyaaliyah.com. To shop my boutique, you can visit www.richbitchcollection.com. If you are in Philadelphia, Delaware, the counties around Philadelphia, or New Jersey area, you can book me for makeup services at www.sincerelyashleyb.com, and you also can shop my cosmetic line. Thank you for watching my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my playlist to binge watch my videos.